Mercedes Moné, and the floor is yours.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Let me in.
Hey, this is Toxic Reign Scandal featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself. Welcome to the locker room here today. Got a good one, guys, for you. We'll talk about all AEW Dynamite debuts for former stars. The most important ones, I should say that is the important ones. But the fact of the matter is, we'll talk about those debuts. And we'll talk about how recently Mercedes Moné debut. Talk about CM Punk and also Saraya. So we will definitely talk about that. Debuts of stars. And with that being said, we'll get to a reaction. Gonna react to the recent debut of Mercedes Moné in AEW by Vince Russo, Dr. Featherstone on Sportskeeda, and Eric Bischoff, and also another debut. Also mentioned with CM Punk and a little bit of Saraya. Now, that being said, we'll mention those two and react to what they have to say about the debuts. So get a seat at the locker room. As you guys already know, let's air the dirty laundry. Let's get into it. Let's see what they have to say regarding this. At first, it will be about Mercedes Moné, recent debut of her debut in the AEW, having her first match as Mercedes Moné. We'll talk about the raise of viewership. We'll talk about each situation of the former stars that were formerly in WWE. We know CM Punk is back at WWE, but we'll talk about when he did come to AEW. But first, it will be about Miss Mercedes Moné. So let's get into it. Let's see what they have to say regarding.
Former WCW head writer, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, the man with the show and tell biceps, ladies and gentlemen, Vince Russo. How are you?
What is up, Doctor? Give me the news, bro. What is up, my friend?
Man, look, we got some stuff to talk about, and it's interesting. Have you had any feedback about Cody mentioning the podcast?
Bro, I did a whole free YouTube video today about crying in wrestling, man. And tomorrow I'm gonna set Dave LaGreca straight.
Oh,
tomorrow I'm on Busted Open, and I'm gonna set this guy straight about freaking Cody Rhodes, bro. Once and for all, somebody's got to shut this guy down.
That's going to catch some headlines. So be sure to, if you're looking at this post recording of that, if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check out the interview with Busted Open with.
Oh, it ain't going to be no interview, bro. There ain't no interview happening.
A shouting match.
Well, first off, before we get deep to the interview, I am also on X. We'll cover a little bit on X, then eventually I'll say my goodbyes on X. Also, I want to say salute to people who came into the locker room. Salute to you, XL Pro. Thanks for coming out. And as he said, XL Pro said hit the like button. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get back to what Dr. Chris Featherstone and Vince Russo had to say regarding this.
Going to be a verbal sparring between Vince Russo and Dave LaGreca. You know, LaGreca really nice guy. I met him, really nice guy. But he's very, very big on Cody Rhodes, man.
I know, bro. And I'm the opposite way, and it's we're gonna see what happens, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be a gimmick-filled showdown.
Yes.
Speaking of gimmicks, we got the CEO is what she calls herself now. She debuted in their Big Business in Boston. It pretty much gave itself away. You had all types of money symbols, Big Business. It was a special episode of Dynamite, and it was in Boston. What does all that add up to? Formerly known as Sasha Banks, making a debut in AEW. She is still Mercedes Moné, and she is now known as the CEO. She cut a promo, and she made her presence known in AEW, saying that she's all elite. First of all, I think many people within the wrestling business, whether it be podcasters, journalists, whatever, the writing was on the wall that she was going to be in AEW. So no surprise, but just your overall thoughts on this debut.
Chris, it doesn't matter who they bring in. Bro, if you want to talk strictly, this tells you like everything bro, strictly from a numbers viewpoint. Bro, last week on Dynamite was the first match Will Ospreay had for AEW. Bro, do you know that was the main event of the show? Bro, from the time the show opened to the time they got to that main event, they lost 300,000 viewers.
Thanks.
Now that right there is not good. The fact that they lost 300,000 viewers just getting into the show, that shows right there that Mercedes Moné debut, as Vince Russo said, doesn't mean anything. Does not mean anything. So all this, she's Mercedes Moné, the CEO. CEOs don't roll like that. If you're a CEO, I meant to say, you're going to come in very dominant fashion, and you're definitely not going to lose no viewers. You're going to only gain more and more viewers. You guys in live chat, tell me what you think about this so far. Mercedes Moné she's not that big draw, but I want to see what else more. Dr. Chris and Vince Russo got to say regarding this.
300, and you heard all the hype about Will Ospreay, the greatest wrestler on the planet, yada, yada, yada. From the time that show started to 2 hours later, they lost 300. It doesn't matter who you bring in, bro, if you don't book them correctly and build a character and build feuds. It doesn't matter. Chris, listen, I'm not being hard on Tony Khan. But since you and I have been doing this show, how many times have we gone through this with them bringing in the next guy and the next guy and the next guy, and it never, ever moves the needle?
No, it doesn't. The first person I think of is Edge. You have Adam Copeland, who was, he's excited about the opportunity.
Whoa. Dr. Chris, I disagree with that. I don't believe Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, is a big draw like that. As far as being the top draw, he's not that big of a draw, and we're seeing the decline of Adam Copeland. But that's another story for another day. For the fact he said his name to be along the lines of that sentence, no, he is definitely not a big draw like that. I disagree. Let's continue.
Opportunity, because he talked about, and I can appreciate it. I listened to the press conference, and he was talking about how in WWE he didn't get a lot of opportunities to wrestle. He wanted to wrestle more. I understand. He's still a fan of the business. He wants to get in feuds. I understand. I totally understand it. But he's oftentimes on Collision, which has drastically gone down in viewership, and he still likes Christian Cage, still feuding, but not feuding, but still within the feud. He still haven't really picked up another major feud since then that's headlined or been a part of a pay-per-view. So it's like help me understand this, and you might have a different take on this, Vince, but I'm curious to know, what can Sasha Banks do or Mercedes Moné do that WWE Hall of Famer, multi-time world champion Adam Copeland can't do in AEW?
And bro, not only that, I mean, let's make an apple to apples. Paige made her big comeback in AEW when we thought she was never going to wrestle again. She was on the shelf for so long. Huge What happened with that, bro?
It's the same,
I mean, that Paige coming back and wrestling again was 10 times bigger than Rebecca De Mornay coming back and wrestling it. 10 times bigger. Yeah. And where did that go? You know, bro, like I said, man, talking to guys high up in the food chain at AEW, bro, this guy's delivering the show a couple of hours before it starts.
Yeah.
He literally, bro, it's the hamster in the wheel, round and round and round and round, and throw new people in, and round and round and round. And come on, bro, what is she gonna do? And we have no idea the amount of money that he paid her. And what is she going to move the needle?
No, she's not. You ever watch Pinky and the Brain?
I never watched it, but I know it. I know the show, bro.
So Pinky would every episode, Pinky would ask Brain, you know, what are we gonna do today, Brain? And Brain would say, same thing we're gonna do every day. Same thing we've done every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. So it's like, it was like his philosophy, and they would fail every single time. And then Pinky would ask him the question again. He would say the same answer. They would fail. Pinky would ask him the same question again. He would say the same answer. They would fail. And so it's that Pinky and the Brain philosophy, man. He's bringing in somebody else to try to take over the wrestling world. It fails. And then someone's going to ask him another question. He's going to bring in somebody else.
Okay. These guys have a point. Basically, what he's saying is Tony Khan, no matter how many superstars he brings in, whether it's a former WWE champion, former WWE star or superstar, male or female, they are not going to move the needle. They are not going to bring in the AEW ratings that they deserve. Now, that's the thing. It's interesting because Vince Russo said that even Paige, that's now known as her real name, Saraya, in AEW, when she debuted, it was a bigger deal than Mercedes Moné. I've said it before, I said it again. How is Mercedes Moné supposed to be the CEO, the boss, whoever she called herself? How is she supposed to be that girl that won the top of the women's division, and she only drew 800,000 in ratings? She couldn't even draw 1 million. And she was supposed to be the headline of the show. It's supposed to be mainly about her. And also, if you compare the ratings with Mercedes Moné, CM Punk, and Saraya, Mercedes Moné had the lowest drawing numbers. This is what I'm saying. This woman is not a draw. She's overrated, and these guys are pretty much clarifying that. She's not a draw like people think that she is. And I said it, Mercedes Moné is not all that. She's overrated. Overrated to say the least. I mean, let's look at the numbers. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. She does not draw like that. And after Dr. Chris Featherstone and Vince Russo finish, I'm going to go over each of the ranks of the 3 stars of Mercedes Moné, CM Punk, and Saraya when they came in AEW. Let's see how the numbers do. And I got proof of showing the numbers. But she is not a draw. Mercedes Moné does not draw. Not even when she was at WWE, she didn't draw like that. So you can't be no CEO if you move like an employee. You're not a boss. You're not a CEO. You are a regular employee. Simple as that. Let's continue on and let's see what these gentlemen further have to say.
Say try to take over the world.
And
the same thing.
Let's face it, man. He's bringing them in from a mark perspective.
100%.
He's not bringing them in business, dollars and cents. Can I really get a return on my investment here? That's not what he's looking at. He's marking out to these free agents. One by one, he brings them in. None of them ever have a plan. And literally, bro, by week 2 and 3, they're another name on the roster.
Absolutely. And of course, he's not looking at it from an ROI perspective, because if he was doing that, he would be more serious about numbers. I mean, they've been on television now for 4 years, and they haven't moved up in ratings. They've moved down in many cases. They've eclipsed 1 million, a few times. But I mean, like at this 4 years in, like you should
4.5, bro.
4.5. You should be looking. You should be looking at the 2s. Like you should be scaling at this point. Yep. You're scaling down here. So clearly ROI isn't something he's looking at, and he's getting these deals with these television companies and stuff like that. Well, so we think. I mean, he has the money too to be able to sway that as well. Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, it's like it's his pet project, man. I mean, he's a guy in his early 40s who's been a wrestling fan all his life. There's pictures of him in the ECW show when he was a kid, when he was a teenager or something like that. So he's been a fan all of his life, and he's a billionaire. He's got the money to work with it, and so he's going to bring in his shiny new toys every single time. He doesn't really care about the business end of it. And it's interesting because clearly he had to become a billionaire somehow. But
okay, these guys are further along going into more depth of how Tony Khan's booking, how he's bringing superstars. But what I'm going to get into, like I said before, we'll compare the ratings. Now, we'll first talk about Mercedes Moné. We'll talk about her and the draw of what she did bring in, what she don't bring in. Let's talk about that for a moment. And she didn't really bring in the numbers, Let's see. This is the debut ratings. Now, this is her numbers, and this is what has come up. Let's see. If you look right there, for her numbers, it says that for Mercedes Moné, that they only drew 801,000 for the debut of Mercedes Moné. 801. That's the numbers that drew. I think I had 800,000. We could say 801. It really don't make a difference. But nonetheless, she did not draw 1 million viewers. That's how I know she's not a draw. That's hers. Now, if we want to, let's get into CM Punk. We can go into CM Punk. Let's see what he did. He did numbers. And this is CM Punk here. Now, CM Punk rating back in 2021 was 1.1929 million viewers. CM Punk back in 2021, when he debuted, he moved the needle. Very few. And his debut, he was on Rampage. He wasn't even on Dynamite. He drew 1.129 million viewers. And then 692,000 or the 18 to 49 demographic. So that right there is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That's how many he had. Now, before I get into it, we're going to say our goodbyes on X. If you want to check me more over there on X, come to Toxic Reign Scandal on YouTube. But this is just embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is what CM Punk had. I mean, he wasn't even on the main show, and he got that. He wasn't even on the main show. Wolf, salute to you. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming out to the locker room. Now, he had 1.129 rating. CM Punk drew. We can't argue with that. But let's go to Saraya. Saraya, formerly known as Paige, the show she was on was 1 million at AEW Grand Slam. Now, this is a show, Daniel Bryan was on there too. It said that AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, this is back in 2021, the big television show, it drew an average of 1.273. So a little bit more than CM Punk. So the point I'm making is the stars before Mercedes Moné, which is CM Punk and Saraya, had much bigger draws than Mercedes Moné. She did not have that great of a draw. She should have had a better draw. That's the point I'm making. Much, much better draw. Should have much better draw. It doesn't make any sense. I'm tired of this whole Mercedes Moné this, Mercedes Moné that, and she didn't even do anything. She didn't even do anything. Couldn't even draw 1 million viewers. 2 other stars, CM Punk, Saraya, had way better viewings than her. Way better. Romo Kenobi. What's going on? Salute to you. Thanks for coming out to the locker room. Says Saraya. Damn, that girl has the English crumpet. Yeah. Yeah, both of these stars had higher ratings than her. It shows. You got Saraya, you got CM Punk, and you got Mercedes Moné. Overrated Moné, I should call her. There it is right there. Wolf, you right on the money. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. CM Punk carried AEW ratings to new heights. I'm gonna give you your due since you said that right now. I'm gonna give you your due. I'm gonna give you your due. That was an awesome statement you made. I know it's just me feeling this way. Yes, he had the highest one. Tony Khan's the modern day Herb Abrams for real. Yeah, Tony Khan's something else, but that's what I was saying. It just don't make sense. He did not. Tony Khan does not know how to book. And he does not know how to book new people. Now, we talk about Mercedes Moné today, tomorrow, maybe even next week. The next month, we're going to forget she even exists. We're going to forget about it. But she is not a needle mover. She's not. 801,000 for her. That's all she got. That's all she's worth. That's all she's worth. She's going to get her little play, her little crowd going off on, cheering for her, and that's it.
Oh, Mercedes Moné, and the floor is yours.
Enjoy that right now, the cheering, because you're not going to hear too much longer. I hope you AEW fans, Mercedes Moné fans, enjoy that. You're not going to hear that too much longer. I can promise you that. Not too much longer you're going to enjoy that. CM Punk 45 still balling. Absolutely. He's still doing his thing. He's currently on injury, but he's coming back. He's going to be stronger than ever. Mercedes lost her cake, man. Yeah, Mercedes Moné, no, she just don't have it. She never had the drawing power. I don't understand that. Then she got paid all this money, and it's not even worth it. Like they said with Dr. Chris Featherstone and, Russo, she's not even, it's going to be no return on your investment. It's a waste. It's a waste with her. It's a waste. I don't see that. I don't see her being worth the money. I don't see her being worth the money. And then to add the insult to injury, she said that despite all being AEW, she said, I still plan to go back to WWE someday. So, make it make sense. She's literally laughing at you guys' faces. Literally laughing. Yeah, she'll come back to WWE. Wolf said fact, she needs to come back home to WWE where she belongs. Thing about it is, if she's even going to be relevant enough when she does come back, are we going to be wanting Mercedes Moné? Let's be honest here. Right now, the WWE women's roster, we got Becky Lynch, we got Rhea Ripley, we got Liv Morgan, we got Charlotte Flair on injury, Shotzi on injury. We still have Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Bianca Belair. Do we really need Mercedes Moné to add to that list? Look at all the names I mentioned. And then we're not going to mention the women NXT that's going to come up to the roster soon. Lyra Valkyria, the NXT Women's Champion. Look at Roxanne Perez. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think we're hurting that we really need a Mercedes Moné. And that's right now. And I would say down the line, we still not going to need her. So, but if she would have come back, she should have came back now instead of asking for too much creative control. Because I heard reportedly WWE offered her a lot of money on the table and she declined. She went to AEW instead. So it wasn't a money issue. It was a creative control issue. Moné caddy. Becky Lynch, my Irish Supreme, that girl's quality. Moné will never be on level for real. No, she's overrated. Mercedes overrated. Now, with that being said, that was Vince Russo and Dr. Chris Featherstone on Sportskeeda Wrestling talking about her debut. Yes, the WWE division is red hot right now, and I don't see even no room for her. No room. But anyway, we're going to go off. We want to hear what Mr. Eric Bischoff had to say about Mrs. Mercedes Moné, because he has something to say about her too. Let's see what he has to say regarding this whole situation, because he had it to chime in too. Wolf, another girl, Moné. Gerard, salute to you. Going by the thumbnail, left to right, right to left. Yeah. Salute to you. Thanks for coming out. But yeah, we're going to go to Eric Bischoff, and he's going to talk about Mercedes Moné AEW debut. Let's see what Eric Bischoff has to say on his podcast, 83 Weeks.
But you mentioned his name, and you said what you said about match rating. So I got to reference it. Over the weekend, there was a big debate and discussion online, because I guess someone was defending Kurt Angle, if you will, saying, how in the world did Kurt Angle never get a 5-star match from Dave Meltzer and Jon Moxley did? Now, I'm not here to throw shade at Jon Moxley at all. He's been the MVP in a lot of ways for AEW almost since the beginning. But Kurt Angle, I
think this is the wrong one. Let me get back to it. Give me a second, guys. Like, subscribe as you come into the locker room. As we load up, let's see what people have to say. Liv Morgan. That's right. Let's see. Let's get to it. I'll pull the video up right now about it. All right. That's what he had to say. Get to it right now.
How to tell us.
shout out to those guys. And you finally, with AEW, we saw her pull up in the back in a Maybach, and then we saw her in-ring appearance, big promo, little dancing, and then we closed with something we'd never seen before. not just a ladies match, but I think it was Willow Nightingale's first main event. And I got to be honest, those ladies absolutely tore it up in the main event, but didn't really tear it up in the ratings. Now, of course, we did see Mercedes come back out in a new outfit and the whole deal, and there was a big overrun. But of course, when the report came out, everybody says, oh, well, the overrun, we don't have the numbers yet. I just couldn't help but wonder, man, what's Eric think about this? Was there a better way to structure the show to let people know that Mercedes was going to be there at the end? Because it doesn't feel that way. I mean, I think her segment was one of the higher rated segments, but when she comes out at the end, nobody knew she was coming. Nobody expected it. Maybe they should have, but should we have done a better job, or what could we have done differently, Eric?
The answer is yes. It could have been done differently. Formatting the show is one of Tony's consistent problems. Talked about it a lot, but I think this past week is an example, and we've seen it even recently before this past week. We saw it with Okada. We saw it with Ospreay. They just popped up in the middle of the show. I mean, yes, there was some commentary, there was some narrative from the play-by-play and color team earlier on, but there's no build. Nothing is done within the format to create anticipation, to hold the audience with an expectation of something exciting happening. That's how you format a show. Your show throughout your 1 hour or 2 hours, or in the case of Raw, 3 hours, ideally, and it's really hard. I don't even want to talk about a 3-hour show because that's almost impossible to be real successful formatting a 3-hour show. But even with a 2-hour show, the idea is to, first of all, in a best case situation, you want to build on your lead in. So if you've got 1 million viewers leading into your show, what is the show that comes on before Dynamite? It's like Big Bang Theory or some shit.
Yeah, that sounds.
The world, you'll take those 1 million viewers, or 900,000, or whatever the number is, doesn't matter, and you'll build upon it throughout your 1 hour or.
Okay, now Eric Bischoff saying that Tony Khan has issues booking, and they talking about Mercedes Moné is not a draw. He's basically saying the same thing that Vince Russo and Dr. Chris Featherstone said. He is not a draw. And I think you guys, I can agree, she's not a draw. You know, it's just not, Now, Gerard, he said something, bear in mind, CM Punk, Saran were all different scenarios. Yes, that's true. And I agree with you what you're saying. CM Punk was the first time he was retired. Saran was retired. But here's the thing, Mercedes Moné, she's been talked about for several months, and they even built the show around her from beginning to end and bossed it, as they said, and she still couldn't pull 1 million. So that's still bad. I know that she was not retired, and you got to remember too, Gerard, Mercedes Moné was coming off a recent injury. Remember, she was in New Japan. She was out since May, almost out a year. So that's still big. This is her return match from injury. She was retired, but she was injured. So it's kind of somewhat similar. Not exactly the same scenario as Saraya and Punk, but similar. What'd you say, Roman? You said, sorry, I can't listen to Bischoff. He had a great opportunity with Brett and mess up like OJ trying to steal food. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Eric Bischoff fan either, but I'm just trying to make a point that Eric Bischoff, even though he ain't my favorite either, I don't agree with everything he says either. He had a point, just like Vince Russo had a point. She is not a draw. That's the whole thing. She's not a draw. That's the issue with her. As Rod said, unless they're proper build storylines that captivate the audience with legit characters, until their miraculous change in ratings. You spot on. I agree. And that's Tony Khan. That's one of his many issues. It's not a proper build, and he does not know how to do things right. He just doesn't. Not at all. Mercedes is a draw, but Buck will fare miserably. I don't think she's a draw. I disagree. If she won't even draw in WWE, not a big draw, I don't think she is. I don't think she's a draw. Am I the only one that thinks new AEW Chris Jericho is burying new talent by putting them in lame, boring ass factions? Think about that with Chris Jericho, Wolf. You gotta realize he's gonna do whatever Tony Khan. He's gonna stick up for AEW no matter what because he's a part of Tony Khan. You know, is he trying to put up over new talent? He tried with Sam Guevara, but the rest of the guys just couldn't get over. The only that someone got close to being over, and we talk about Sam Guevara, how he's a boss machine. But yeah, I like the Inner Circle first too. Jericho Appreciation Society, not so much. Monet will go back to the Mandalorian girl. You ain't it no more. No, she cannot draw. Like I said, I'm gonna skip to Bischoff, see what he had to say. Let's skip what you were saying.
Building to it. What?
Hey guys.
Would not be overkill. And that can be 15 or 20-second bumpers, sound bites, perhaps an angle. There's a million different ways one could achieve it, but you have to plant some Easter eggs, so to speak, throughout that 2 hours to hold on to that audience in anticipation of whatever it is that you are building towards. Failure to do so results in dismal ratings. Again, Ospreay, Okada from the week before. Supposedly, Tony Khan spent $4.5 million a year to get Okada. And outside of the hardest of hardcore wrestling fans, he's been wrestling in an obscure wrestling. Well, no, we've seen Ospreay before, obviously. To get us excited about that moment. And there wasn't. Nothing was done, therefore no one got excited, and the ratings reflected that. Same thing here with Mercedes. I mean, 800,000 viewers on a show where you're bringing in, arguably one of the more recognizable female stars in the wrestling industry who spent, I don't know how many years, a decade in a high-profile position within the largest wrestling company in the world, and you bring her into AEW, and you get 800,000 viewers. And I know, Dave Meltzer immediately went, well, they didn't advertise her. That's why. Bullshit. Who are you kidding? If there was anybody who was a wrestling fan or a fan of AEW who didn't know that Mercedes Moné was going to make her debut in Boston, then I don't know what to tell you. If people like Dave want to believe that, there's nothing that I'm going to say that's going to change anything for them, because they're stuck in they're stuck in a rut, in a small way of thinking, and nothing is ever going to change for them. But the numbers don't lie. 800,000 viewers for Mercedes Moné. I don't know. And I know everybody's, but wait till next week. Now that everybody knows, I got news for you, folks. If that number moves 3 to 5% either way, plus or minus, I'll be surprised. I said it 6 months ago when the rumors, or whatever it was, 4 months ago, when the rumors started floating around about Mercedes going to AEW. And the question was, do you think it'll have any impact? My answer was, no, it won't. Just like no one else that's come from WWE has made an impact on the ratings. It's not the talent. The creative, there is no creative in
Okay, now he said it right there himself. Eric Bischoff said will make a big difference of Mercedes Moné, anybody else from WWE. He said most, 3%. He said it's not going to make it. That's what I'm saying. He's saying the same thing Vince Russo says. She's not going to move the needle. She's not going to make a difference. Now, one thing I do disagree with Eric. He said nobody from WWE was not going to move it. I disagree. Look at CM Punk's numbers. CM Punk did 1.129 million viewers in 2021. So I disagree with that. And I know Eric Bischoff being biased because he don't like CM Punk. So I disagree with that. And Saraya, I know she was along on the Grand Slam episode. She also did $1 million. But I know it was mainly because of her. Let's see what you guys saying. You guys say that Gerard said Mercedes won't move the needle AEW, but her press will rub off on wrestlers she's not faced before. That all depends, Gerard, how her attitude and demeanor is. She got a little nasty attitude, and depends on how her press will be in the locker room. Mercedes press at best will place odds on winning roster. Only time will tell if it does. 2002, 2005, Eric Bischoff was a GOAT Raw GM. Facts. I agree. Okada's not worth $4 million though, but he's done it all in Japan. Mone ain't even worth food stamps. Oh, food stamps. Oh man. They ain't gonna like that comment, Ramon. They're not gonna like that one. But I gotta give you your props on that one. I gotta give you a hell yeah on that one. Yeah, Mercedes promo will be her downfall and miss. Her obviously gonna turn heel once her shine sells in May or even late April. Yeah, if she goes heel that quick, that's gonna kind of kill her momentum. Monet is Jada Smith with a weave. Oh man. Cody is getting a raise up as well. Like, oh man, Ramon, you gonna be cracking up tonight. But anyway, she's not a needle mover, and even he said it. And what's so crazy, Vince Russo even said it too. He also did his own separate podcast that he was mentioned earlier that Mercedes Moné does not move the needle. He said it as well. What I'm gonna do is I talk about how Vince Russo, again on his own separate podcast, he mentions that how Mercedes Moné, he really goes into depth how Mercedes Moné doesn't do anything, and he called her Rebecca De Monet. It's funny how he tells the truth about her though. She's just overrated. Just overrated in my opinion. Let's see what he has to say, and then I'm gonna react to that too. Get right up in a second.
You know that music? Right now. And get a free week of russosbrand.com. Now to set some of the ground rules, bro. Content gold. Bro, you have cut off both arms and both legs, bro. Nothing about that, bro. You've been completely under the radar when you won your previous awards from your buddy Meltzer. And, bro, you used to parade around with those everywhere you went, bro. You used to boast. You put a graphic together about Tony Khan, Booker of the Year. Now your own people have said, bro, sorry. Triple H, bro, Tony Khan's booking now after 4.5 years, bro. We've accepted the fact that his booking sucks. But yet, Tony Khan does nothing about this. Wouldn't you want a winning organization having a 62-win baseball team, year fan base, and more people are watching your company and your product and your show year by year by year? But that is not what's happening, Tony. Less people are watching your show. You've got a hardcore niche audience, bro, that you have not grown one iota. You know, it's no different, bro, than having a 62-win baseball team year after year after year after year. So what do you attempt to do, Tony? You attempt to do what everybody with money does. George Steinbrenner did it, bro. Mark Cuban did it, bro. You try to do with everybody has money. You try to build, you try to buy a championship team. That's what you try to do. Matt Rayner.
And that's the problem right there. And the problem is, he said it right there, that Tony Khan is using all the money that he has, and he's trying to buy all the talent, which is former WWE talent and everything. And booking is going to be a big issue with all these stars that he's bringing in. So that's the problem with AEW. Let's see what you guys say in the chat here. Deonna Purrazzo should go against Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb, she was injured. Didn't she just come back a while back? She was hurt for quite some time. Gerard, when did Serena come back? She was out for a minute. Cody smacked The Rock, and he'll smack Roman Reigns even harder at WrestleMania 40. Yeah. Can't wait till WrestleMania. Wolf, my guy with the facts, give him a hell yeah. Should I give Wolf a hell yeah for that? Probably will give him a hell yeah. Serena Depp keeps talking about she's the best technician, and Rosa said the same thing, so that's a bill right there. Yeah, Serena Depp was decent. I remember Serena Depp was decent, no doubt. Vince Russo like a middle-aged Harry. I'll give you guys both a hell yeah for that one. Wolf and Romo. I'll give you guys both a hell yeah for that one. I'm gonna give you guys a hell yeah. But you guys did saying some funny stuff. Let me give you guys a hell yeah real quick.
I said, give me a hell yeah. I said, give me a hell yeah. I said, give me a hell yeah.
Okay, Arrakis that was funny. Yeah. Now my other channel, Red Carpet Ring, I'm going to cover Friday Night SmackDown early tomorrow morning. Russo, come on, bro. You booked Judy Bagwell on a forklift. Serena Depp returned December. Okay, I knew she had just returned. Isn't she more Ring of Honor? I thought she was more Ring of Honor than AEW, even though I know AEW owns Ring of Honor. I haven't seen much of her. And for guys who don't know Serena Depp, she used to be in the Straight Edge Society with CM Punk, the girl that had the shaved head. That was Serena Depp. Mariah May resembles Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, absolutely. They do look similar. Definitely look similar. Serena Depp returned on Collision. Okay. I thought she was more Ring of Honor. Like I said, I don't watch AEW like I used to because the product sucks. Off topic, did you hear Cornette say DDP should stop helping these low life addicts? No, I didn't hear that, Ramon. When did Corny say that about DDP? Was this today or yesterday? This must have been a couple days ago. I didn't hear that. Why did I'm curious, why did Cornette say DDP stop helping people? I thought, they get him on the right track. I mean, Corny, you sound like a hater, but you know Jim Cornette's a miserable person. We know that. That's crazy, though. But the fact, but the main thing is Mercedes Moné is not a draw. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing I was saying with Vince Russo. Same thing that him and Dr. Chris Featherstone said, and also Eric Bischoff. And it's because of Tony Khan's booking. Why is Athena in ROH? Should she be on Dynamite? Thing about Gerard, Athena, before she left WWE, she was having a lot of injuries, and I don't think she worked out with AEW. And also, you gotta remember too, Kenny Omega is over the women's division, and I don't think he was too fond of Athena, at least so I've heard. And they decided to put her on Ring of Honor. I heard it on Cafe de Renee. Apparently, it was on Cornette's show. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna check that content out. That he said shouldn't help people out. ROH should be like NXT, Revival Rest for Dynamite Collision. Thing about it is, Ring of Honor was good until Tony Khan bought it. Ring of Honor is not to say like it used to be. I saw a couple episodes of Ring of Honor and I thought it was trash. Ring of Honor is not like the old Ring of Honor. Not the Ring of Honor that Kevin Owens was on, CM Punk, AJ Styles, Adam Cole, Sami Zayn. It ain't that Ring of Honor no more. It's junk now. It's just junk. It's not like it used to be. See, I'm asking more questions in the comments here. Athena, that girl is saucy. Wolfpack me up, bro. Is it true MJF might leave AEW? I've heard that. Now, MJF is currently out with an injury. I heard that him and Tony Khan have not been seeing eye to eye lately as far as contract, whatever, and renewing his contract. I've heard that he may leave, but I don't know where he's going to go. If you go to WWE, where are you going to place him on the roster? If you go to anywhere else, what is he going to do? But I did hear hours ago, Gerard, that his merchandise is no longer available on Shop AEW. So, yes, he may leave. He may leave. Yes. If his stuff's not on the website anymore, he may actually leave. That is true. I think he's going to leave. MJF needs to snatch and run like Shorty from Scary Movie. Yeah, I think he's going to bounce. You can't even buy his merchandise on AEW Shop no more. I heard his disagreements. Yep, because he hasn't been on TV since World's End, where he lost his title to Samoa Joe. But I heard his current merchandise is unavailable. Why is Brian Cage and Lance Archer not heavyweight champion? Because Brian Cage, I'm not a fan of him. He's not that good. Lance Archer's better than Brian Cage. I mean, if anything, you're asking the wrong question. What you should say, Gerard, is why is it Swerve the AEW champion? Whose house? Should be Swerve that should be the champion. I would prefer Swerve over the champion of Brian Cage and Lance Archer any day of the week. MJF should go to WWE. Here's the thing, Wolf. If he goes, where is he going to go? MJF is like The Miz. Are we going to have two type of Miz characters? And you know that MJF has a very, he's foul with his language. He can't talk like that in WWE promos. If anything, if MJF go to WWE, it's going to be watered down. Why isn't Keith Lee being respected, treated better? I don't know. Keith Lee, thing about Keith Lee, I heard WWE got on him because his weight. They want to keep his weight together. And I think because of his weight, he's not as agile as he used to be, and he gets injuries quite so often. I think that's why he's not getting respected like he should. He's not keeping himself in the best shape possible that he should be of his caliber. Jay White's getting buried big time AEW. I think Jay White's overrated. Jay White was good in New Japan, but the way he's been in AEW, I think he's a little overrated. Let's see, Gerard, you got a question, my man? Let's see what you got to ask. At KDH, have you noticed that several former female wrestlers from AEW Dark now feature NXT? Yes. One of them is Blair Davenport. I think the second one is Gigi Dolan. And if there's anyone missing, Gerard, I know those two came from AEW Dark, Blair and Gigi. There's a couple more. If I'm missing some names, a couple more. Yes, I have noticed that, Gerard. And I just noticed that in AEW just ratings suck. That's right. Whose house? Swerve need to be AEW World Champ. That's who need to be champ though. But yeah, AEW, they just got a big booking problem. They gotta, and it's been said by all of them, they just can't book for anything. They cannot book well at all. That's the big issue with them. They cannot book at all. They just can't book. That's the big issue with them. Andrade, Jay Cargill, Cody Rhodes, and Alyssa Ellis. Now WWE is the match. Don't forget CM Punk too now. I heard Moxley wants out. John Moxley wants out. It's only a matter of time before Ricky Starks bounces. Ricky Starks is dope. I like Ricky Starks. I like his spear, man. Ricky Starks is good. But see, Gerard, it all depends on contracts. When are these people contracts up? You know? If AEW ruins Small Boy Swerve, I'm going ghetto on Tony's rich ass for real, like Groove Street. Oh man. Yeah, if you ruin Swerve, there's no chance that this company's ever gonna survive. AEW are losing a lot of women in NXT. Ren Sinclair and Trish Fallon were on Dark. Okay, I heard those names. I didn't know they was on Dark. Ren Sinclair, she just came to WWE NXT. Trish Fallon, I do recognize those names. Okay. Ricky Starks, Modern Day 98 Rock, X. AEW storyline storytelling is boring, but they have amazing talent but wasted. That's the thing. They have the talent, but they can't use them. Like I said, I think Bryan Danielson needs to come back. Moxley needs to come back. I wish Swerve would come back. A lot of guys. I mean, they just don't have it anymore. AEW hasn't been saying since 2022. I love Ricky Magaya. Ricky is dope. I like Ricky Starks. I love Ricky Starks, by the way. KDS, did you hear that Camille from NWA is a free agent? And yes, I did hear about her. Camille is, for guys who don't know, Camille is from NWA. She's a former NWA Women's Champion. She's married to Tom Latimer, known as Bram, who's still in NWA, who's formerly married to Charlotte Flair. And I heard that it was between NXT and AEW, and she rejected NXT. And I think she rejected NXT because, it's a big pay cut compared to going to the main roster. I heard she wants to go to the main roster, and they was going to send her back to NXT. I heard she's in talks with AEW. I want to say, go at your own risk. AEW is known for injuring people. Injure a lot of their wrestlers, and they botch. We saw that the other night with the whole botch machine of these wrestlers. Tony Khan hoarded like Buffalo Bill for size and lamps. Yeah, Tony Khan just terrible. Yeah, I heard about Camille. She has not signed a deal with AEW yet. She's still a free agent as of right now. But how's she gonna fit in? You already got Deonna Purrazzo over there. You got now Mercedes Moné. Britt Baker's about to come back from injury. You got Toni Storm. You got Ruby Soho. You got Saraya still. Jamie Hayter. I don't know when she's going to come back. Remember, Jamie Hayter's still with AEW. She has been shown since Double or Nothing last May. Who knows? Who knows, What happened to my guy Malachi Black? Like Alex the Black. Yeah, he's being underutilized. That's what happened. Just like Miro's being underutilized. Now, his wife, real life wife, Zelina Vega's at WWE. I would like to see him and Buddy Murphy come back. They are part of the stable House of Black, along with Julie Hart, the current TBS champion. Oh yeah, Julie Hart, another part of the women's division, and right here, Gerard talking about Chris Statlander. Do you think Chris Statlander will be in WWE by 2025? Is that where her contract's up? I'm not sure. If she do, I would like to see her NXT first. You gotta realize like I said earlier, the WWE women's division is stacked. Pretty much not only stacked, but an all-time high stack. Where's Chris gonna fit in? That's the question. Who is this little? Did you watch here? Hey man, I don't know what you're talking about, but no. What you talking about? Anyway, Jamie Hayter, she got the have me on the back. Yes, she do, but I don't know when she gonna come back. Like I said, Jamie Hayter, we still got her. We got Julia Hart. Remember, we got Sky Blue too. Sky Blue is decent. We got Red Velvet. You know, we got a lot of people. Like I said, AEW got a lot of women too. So Chris Statlander, I don't know where she's going to fit in. Gerard said, KDH, which woman in the Indies or TNA would you want AEW? I would like to see what Jordan Grace can do, the current Impact Women's Champion. It seems like she's going towards WWE, but I would like to see her leave TNA. What can she do outside of TNA? Her. Also, I would like to see. I like Kenzie Page too, the NWA Women's Champion. I would like to see how she would fit in another in AEW as well. You know, man, what you say, Ramon? Man, your show is lit. I love it. Like a night with Jay Cargill. Oh man, you keep coming with the funny stuff, Ramon. Man, oh man, you're that damn good tonight with the comments, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ramon. I appreciate that, man. Hey, little Jane, I don't have time for these comments, man. Don't bring that over here at the locker room. Don't be bringing that nonsense over here, man. You get timed out, you do it again, you're gonna be out of here. You've been warned. Because if you don't get it together, little Jane, I'm gonna bid you a good night. And we're gonna do a Seth Rollins style. When you hear this sound, that means I bid you a good night.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Do not play with me. Let's see. Do not play with me. I will bid you a good night. You will get Seth Rollins up in here. Gerard said women's tag team ain't a draw. It can be, but the thing about that, it all depends on booking, Gerard. Tag team can be a draw if booked correctly, and that's the problem. Tag team can be booked right, because I had a big issue with the tag team. I'm talking about WWE. I'm not even talking about AEW. It was some issues with that, but since the tag team has been improving in WWE, it can be a draw. It can be. It just, I think they're getting it together as far as booking now. I want to see my guy Zack Ryder make a massive comeback. There's an interview that Matt Cardona did with, well, Chelsea Green said it too. They talked Chris Van Fleet, and he said he's making more money in any scene than he did WWE. I don't know if he's gonna come back anytime soon. If he do, it'll be in the near future. Now that Emma Tenelle Dash was retired, where's she go? She's retired now? Oh, Gerard, you must saw the interview with Chris Van Fleet with her and her husband, Madcap Moss. She's officially retired? I didn't know she's officially retired. I thought she was going to try to get another, go to independent scene since she got released. I'm going to say this, Gerard. We see a pattern with the women wrestlers. Now you say Emma's retired, she may go get her OnlyFans account. Or a fan time account. Don't be surprised. She may go get one of those accounts now she retired. Because Madcap Moss is not really working. I think he does some independent stuff. Are the trio ties working for you as lately it's not popular? The trio titles is a joke. I'm not a fan of trios titles. Well, who got them belts? Is it still the Acclaim? Or did the Guns take it over? Who won the belts? Did the Acclaim lose those belts? They still got them? If so, they need to. They need to get out of here with that. I'm not with the Acclaim. The way they barely defend them. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they defend those belts enough. Matt Cardona, man, hit Emma, then Chelsea. Man, it's like Eddie Murphy and Norby getting all ladies. Yeah, I remember when Matt Cardona used to date Emma. That's true. I love Emma. What you say, Gerard? She unofficially retired, but where's she gonna go? I'm thinking where can she go, Gerard? That's a good question, man. If I was Emma, if the best thing for her is to get back on the independent scene, or she could go to TNA. TNA, you see what Naomi did over there. Before she came back to WWE, she was Trinity. She was the women's champion. She needs to go over there. Remember, Dana Brooke, now known as Ash by Elegance, is over there. I would say TNA would be a great spot for her, if not independent scene. Sign me up for real. Yeah, MMA, if she ain't doing that, she gonna do OnlyFans. Watch out. We seen it with, the Mandy Rose route or the Lacey Evans route. She'll get her OnlyFans or fan time. Watch out. Don't be surprised, y'all. Yeah, she gonna get her fan time. You guys think I'm playing. She gonna get that. Where will Matt Cardona fit in WWE or TNA? I think it's best for him to go back to Impact or TNA. He ain't gonna fit in WWE. That's the question. And he's not gonna fit there. He needs to go back to TNA because he has history with them already. He was the digital champion. He needs to go back over there. He got the history with Brian Myers. Kurt Hawkins at WWE. I heard Dolph Ziggler been doing his thing at TNA. I heard he's challenged to move for the Impact. The TNA World Title. Yeah, he should. Whoa, Gerard says something. Dana Brooke, Ash by Evans ain't moving Neil TNA. You know what, Gerard? You're right. I don't think she is. She's not moving the needle. You're right. I don't see that happening. Nope. And you're not even saying a prediction. That's a spoiler.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
You're right about that. Dana Brooke, I heard, ain't doing nothing over there. And she's average. She ain't all that. Very average. OnlyFans for Emma. Girl roll with the money like Prime. NWA. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to get a fan because how she's going to earn money. Let's be honest. Madcap Moss, he's not a big time name. We see this pattern all the time. Do not be surprised if she gets herself a subscription account. If it ain't OnlyFans or Fan Time, she'll probably get her, a Brand Army account, Juan Orozco, welcome to the locker room. Mercedes Moné getting paid like $10 million a year and only drew $800K. That's what I was just discussing. Yeah, that's what TK got finessed big time. And don't forget, Juan, she said she's still planning to go back to WWE. That's the messed up part. That's the crazy part about it. It's sad, man. She's playing her for a fool. And again, that ain't a prediction, a spoiler.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Thunder Rosa needs to rebuild her stock of credibility again. Yeah, and Thunder Rosa needs to stay healthy, stop getting hurt. She had a bad ACL injury a few years ago. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, she do need to get herself back. If AEW can book it right. Wolf said, yes, sir. Him and Moose are going to tear the house down. Yeah, I would love to see, well, he don't go by Dolph Ziggler, but Nick Nemeth. If Nick Nemeth can win the TNA World title, I would love to see that. That would be amazing. For a white girl, Emma has the ebony booty. As a black man, I approve. Yeah, Emma look decent. I like Emma. But how much would you like if she got an OnlyFans? I get you guys. I know a lot of you guys would love it if she got an OnlyFans or a if she don't have one already, or a fan time. Her contract is 3 to 4 years to AEW, but yeah, she should have kept that to herself. 3 to 4 years. Remember, now you gotta remember, like I said earlier, Mercedes Moné got injured in New Japan. And you know AEW's known for botching and injuring people. I hope she don't get injured within that time frame. You say you hate AEW, little 3J. Yeah, AEW ain't what it used to be. I agree. Gerard got a question. How would you book Chelsea Green? Because she has potential to break out solo star. Well, first, she needs I don't think Raw's a show for her, for one. Probably need to go to SmackDown. 2, change the gimmick, change the little goofy ditzy Karen gimmick, and get that Chelsea Green and change the interest, and she could be taken serious as a solo star. That's just for starters. That's how I would do it. But yeah, Mercedes Moné is not a draw. She's just not a draw at all. But right now we at Q&A. I'm asking you guys questions right now. Let's see. We got any more questions? Upon Britt Baker's return, who would she face? I guess I'd like to see her face Mercedes Moné. Since, that would be good. Did she officially return yet? Or she's about to return? Is she about to return next week or next week? If you want to snap your neck, go to AEW. Darby will be rolling a mobility scooter by the time he's 40. Yeah, he got that broken foot. Yeah, I agree with that. He do need to do that. He needs to stop that. Yeah, he do need to stop that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, that needs to stop. Yeah, I agree with you on that. You definitely need to stop that. Yeah, I give you all. That's also what you said. That's true.
And I'm awesome.
He said, if I ever catch my girl having OnlyFans, I'm leaving her. I know that's right. I don't blame you. She's not returning yet, but Julia Hart should not be fed to Mercedes. I hope not, because Julia Hart's actually good. I like her. I was happy when she won the TBS championship. Yeah, I would love to see where Julia Hart going. And she's young. She's the only 22, youngest TBS champion. So yeah, I agree. How long should she hold the title? A good 6 months to a year, if booked right. Maybe Sky Blue could turn against her and beat her for it. I would like to see Sky Blue as the TBS champion after her. I would like to see her have I would like to see Sky Blue beat her for the belt and have a good run after Julia Hart. If my girl OnlyFans don't want to cut her that paper. Ramon, you was crazy. I miss baby Jamie Hayter. I don't know when Jamie Hayter's coming back. I heard he's supposed to come back soon. She's been out for almost a year. She's been out since last May. Yeah, unless she's going to leave AEW. Who knows? But I would definitely like to see what they're going to do with Jamie Hayter. And I want to see how they go book this Mercedes Moné mess. I want to see what they're going to do with her. Anna Jay needs to improve. She's not. Anna Jay is trash. She's all eye candy. Anna Jay is garbage. She's not good at all. Neither is that. What's Sammy Guevara's wife name that just had a baby? What's her name? Tay Mello. She sucks too. Jamie will be unreal NXT. I don't know where Jamie's gonna go, but I could definitely see her. She need to get out of AEW before she get hurt again. I would say that. But Anna Jay, she's terrible. I don't like Anna Jay. She's not getting better. You're right, Gerard. She's not getting better. She's terrible. Lousy wrestler. Lousy. See. Yeah, she's lousy. I don't like her at all. Yeah, but Mercedes Moné is just not a needle mover. Again, this is about we was talking about CM Punk, Mercedes Moné, and Saraya. How they all had the debuts. Anna Jay, girl moves like the Boston Red Sox in trade season. She's trash. You said, Gerard, why won't they let Nia into the bloodline? Nia Jackson to the bloodline. Well, here's the thing, Gerard. Nia's doing good on her own as a solo act on Raw, and she's actually doing pretty good. She's not botching. She hasn't hurt anyone, and she looks like a legitimate, big woman for the women's division. I actually like the spot she's in right now. She don't need to be in the bloodline. Neither does Naomi. And you gotta realize too, Gerard, the bloodline's about to come to an end. It's about to be over for the bloodline. We're not gonna hit too much more of this. Roman Reigns said, "Acknowledge me."
The whole world will acknowledge me.
We're not gonna hear too much of that much longer. So I don't think that will happen. I with Cody and WrestleMania and Roman, bloodline's going. They ain't gonna be around much longer. They've been together 4 years. You said, what do you think? Do you think allowing the female to the bloodline will cramp their style? At this point, yeah, because it's so late in the game. I don't think it would do anything now. If this was a year ago, if this was 2 years ago, or even a year ago, it may help. But it's so late. I mean, how are they gonna do that? I don't. It's too late to bring a woman in now. If it was did as soon, it would have worked. I think it's just too late for that one now. They need to train my guy Omar so he can actually hurt, so he can't hurt. Yeah, he needs to get trained. And two, he has a replacement. If you guys check out NXT, Obafemi, the current NXT North American champion, that dude is a beast. The dude that says, woof, woof. He's a beast. Jacob Fatu is going WWE with Umaga's son like Tamu Tonfa did. Yep. That's a good point. When Roman loses all momentum with a miss. Yeah, ain't gonna be no more of that. No. Tama Tonga join Bloodline? I don't think so. They could be paired up with Solo or something in the near future. Yeah, Bloodline's pretty much done. Even if Roman does retain at WrestleMania, I still see it going down. I mean, you could tell it's going down. Jay already left. Jimmy and Solo, that's it. I don't think so. It would be great to see Tama Tonga, but I think that's it, though, as far as that goes. I don't think so. I think that's it as far as that one goes. Also, guys, hit that like button. Hit the like button. Come to the locker room. Hit that like button. You guys like me answer your questions, hit the like button. Rock and Roman will win a tag team match, give Bloodline rules, and Tama Tonga will appear. That's a good scenario, actually. Very good scenario. I wouldn't mind seeing that myself, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That I wouldn't mind seeing. Not bad at all. Will Nick Adams ever wrestle? He permanently GM. I heard he just had some surgery done. I think he will wrestle at some point. Nick Adams is only 36 years old. He can still wrestle. And you hear what Gerard said, speaking of which, hit the like button. It's free. Hit that like button. What's your honest opinion on Whoop That Trick? Oh, man, Trick Williams is my man. I like Trick. Trick is over. Him and Obafemi are them boys are bad. I like Trick. Trick is that dude. Trick is that dude, man. Trick. I can't wait to see his match versus Carmelo Hayes at NXT Stand and Deliver WrestleMania weekend. I'm actually hyped for that match. I'm more hyped for that match than I am for Tony the Don versus Ilya for the NXT Championship. Nah, man, you got me hyped talking about it now. Yes, I can't wait. And I think that's going to be the match of the night, Melo versus Trick. That ain't a prediction, it's a spoiler.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Nick Adams versus Adam Pearce, maybe. I think Adam Pearce is retired. I know Adam Pearce is a former NWA champion. How would Trick Williams transfer on the main roster? I think Trick would do well. Trick Williams, honestly, he's similar to a Swerve Strickland. He's over. You know, you got Whoop That Trick, similar to Who's House. I think he'll do well. Put him on SmackDown, I would say. The Trick is that dude. Jada Parker. I think she's black. I think Jada's black. If she's not black, she may be mixed with something. She looks like she's black though. Jada Parker bad though. She got a nice body on. I ain't gonna lie. Jada Parker nice. She's with the that Scripps in a little Fang Gangster little hood group. Did you hear Gail, Kim, and Ronda Rousey individually? Did you hear Gail, Kim, and Ronda Rousey individually go in WWE? I heard about what Ronda Rousey said about Vince McMahon and the treatment of women in her new book. What did Gail Kim say? You say anything recent, or you mean what Gail Kim said in the past? I know Gail Kim had a big issue with WWE as far as how the women are treated in the past. Did she say something new as of recent or no? I know she said before. I don't know what Gail Kim said now. Hot take: Drew McIntyre's beating Seth Rollins to take his world title. Yep, I think so. I think he is going to beat him. I agree. I definitely agree. Because if he beats him, we're going to get announced of a new world champion like this. Yep, that's what we're going to hear when Drew beats Seth. Jada Park's going to break out this year. Yeah, hopefully. I got to see more matches out of her, though. Gail Kim has recently reaffirmed everything she said in the past. Yeah. And then Ronda Rousey book come out April 1st. But yeah, I definitely heard about what Ronda Rousey said. She was talking about Vince McMahon and everything else. Yep. Yeah, Gail Kim can't stand WWE. You know, Gail Kim only became a women's champion in WWE because someone showed Vince Asian. I believe that Asian torn. No lie. But Gail, damn, that girl was fine. Yeah, I like Gail Kim. She look nice. She's married to Robert Irving, the chef. I'm so glad Ronda said what she said about Vince. Yeah, I heard it's a lot that Ronda Rousey's going to unleash in her brand new book. A lot she's going to unleash. I've heard about that. Definitely a lot she's going to unleash for that matter. So I can't wait to see. Yep. Yeah, I call it Asian torn because everything's torn up. Torn. I try to do it. I try to say something different everybody else say. Bill Goldberg threw shade at Asuka. Yeah, I heard about that. He tried to tell like he didn't know who she was, talking about her record. Says girl named Asuka broke her record. I heard he was real upset that she broke his record. I don't know, Bill Goldberg. Why are you still tripping on WWE? You're not there right now. It's like Bill Goldberg he's like kind of bitter right now. Like, dude, you a multiple-time world champion. You buried Bray Wyatt, you buried Kevin Owens, multiple-time Universal Champion. You got the Saudi Arabia money. You almost dropped Undertaker on his neck at Super Showdown. What are you complaining for? You got more you should be getting, honestly. Bill Goldberg and Ronda Rousey ain't gonna be good. I don't want to see Ronda or Goldberg. Goldberg, come on, he wrestles 5 minutes. Ronda, she sucks. I ain't missing either one of them. If they're not going to be wrestling WWE ever again, I will not lose sleep over it. I guess the only thing I could say is they don't go here no more.
You standing here and you don't even go here.
Nope, don't go here no more. They gone. Crying over a break. Crying over breaking a fake record shows how much the fraud Goldberg is. Yeah, Goldberg, he tripping hard. The intro to Bobby Lashley thing with Street Profits and the walk is next level. Yeah, I like Bobby Lashley and Street Profits together. They got to keep booking them good. I was shook as hell when Bray Wyatt died. Yeah. Bray Wyatt, rest in peace to him. Yeah, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Yeah, definitely rest in peace to him. Yeah. What will a Bianca heel turn accomplish? Bianca's been babyface for quite some time. I don't think she's been heel since she's been on the main roster. If you think about it, Gerard, she hasn't been heel since she's been on the main roster, which she's been on there 4 years now. I think it will spice things up and give a different thing, a different sound with her character. So I think it'll be definitely something we need. You know, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I would like to see what happened, but yeah, definitely. Goldberg stopped us younger generations from seeing Brett live. Goldberg, you suck, bro. Yeah. I mean, I understand Goldberg didn't mean to do it on purpose, but yeah, Goldberg is a bot. Remember, like I said, he almost dropped Undertaker on his neck. Will Andrade join Judgment Day accomplish anything? I don't think so. It seems like Andrade's going to branch off with Dom on their own. But yeah. Bianca's literally the female version of John Cena. What, Superwoman, pretty much? LA Knight has lost momentum. Do you agree? I will have to say, unfortunately, yes, I do agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. And I agree so much. And I like LA Knight, but I definitely agree with this. Yeah, I give a hell yeah. LA Knight's definitely lost momentum. And I've been saying that for weeks. I don't hear that pop no more. That's because WWE didn't do nothing with him. Definitely they do nothing with this man. They do nothing with him. We hear this, it's nothing. I don't hear nothing with that no more. So LA Knight definitely fell off. I love LA Knight, but give it time. Hopefully WWE do something with her. Bianca met that girl in London. Damn, it's all. She met that girl in London. Damn, that's all I gotta say. AJ Styles looking mighty Jack for his day. Yeah, I noticed that on SmackDown. So does Randy Orton. Hey, Randy Orton's in his 40s too. Yeah, it looks weird seeing AJ Jack like that. He do look weird. I guess he don't know. I guess they don't want none. They don't want none. He jacked now. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Had a good Q&A tonight. I asked one more question. Randy Orton to GOAT? Absolutely. But the main show I talked about tonight was talking about the ratings of who had the best debut episode in AEW. Yep. I'll answer one more question. What you have, Gerard? What's the future of Bayley as a title reign? As a title reign, it's not in her picture. If Bayley don't win at WrestleMania, I can see her winning later on. But she has been a babyface champion quite some time. I think that she should win at WrestleMania. If she don't, maybe a Money in the Bank or SummerSlam she'll win. Maybe chase a little bit more. But LA Knight came into my work in London. Second London Sound Dude. CM Punk for real. He left a nice tip. Oh, that's what's up. Came to my London Sound. Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, guys, I thank you guys for coming out. Though. We'll cover more stuff here. Anything with AEW, scandals or relationships of some sort. But 2 videos will pop up for toxic ring scandal. One will be, why did she really get married? Second video will be, did she always friend zone him? Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate all your support. Thank you. Thank you for the comments. Great questions, guys. Gonna wrap it up here. Just talked about AEW. Also, if you guys got any suggestions for what I should talk about regarding scandals or relationships, anything you want to highlight, put it in the comment section below. I appreciate it. But you guys have a good night. Have a good weekend. And of course, always, until then, it is OUT.